On your high-capacity mower deck for the X700 Signature Series tractor, you can use a John Deere mulch control kit to make sure your lawn looks perfectly groomed. Today, we will show you how to install the Hydraulic Mulch Activation Kit. Remember, before installing any attachments, be sure to recognize safety info, understand safety signals, and be familiar with installation instructions. Park the tractor safely on flat ground, engine off, key removed, deck down, and parking brake set. Close the fuel shutoff valve if your machine is equipped. To remove the mower deck, refer to your operator's manual for instructions. Before we begin, take the kit out of the box and lay out all pieces and parts. Place the mower deck in a position where you can easily access both sides of the deck. For mower decks with the mulch control kit already installed, start by removing the lock nut, washer, and spring. Next, we'll remove the handle assembly by removing the lock nut from baffle bolt and detent plate. Retain handle, detent plate, and hardware for future use. Next, install the mounting bracket to mower deck with lock nut, carriage bolt, and M8 lock nut. Tighten lock nuts to spec as outlined in the operator's manual. Now we need to install the pivot arm to the mulch gate shaft. Make sure the pivot arm is fully seated, bottoms out, on the shaft. Install bolt, 2 washers, and lock nut. Tighten lock nuts to spec. Install bushing, washer, and lock nut. Next, remove and retain the spring locking pin. Install the actuator rod to the spring pivot arm, then insert the spring locking pin back into the actuator rod. Install spring over both bushings. Before installing the deck, be sure to move hydraulic lines toward the center of the deck and install both ramps on top of the deck. Now it's time to reinstall the mower deck. Refer to the Service Mower section of your operator's manual for instructions. Disconnect the spark plug wires on a gas engine or disconnect the battery on a diesel. Install the hose connections to the control valve on the tractor, ensuring that hoses are matched green to green and black to black. During this process, it is important to keep the rubber cap plugs clean while the hoses are installed to the control valve, so be sure to mate the valve cap plug to the hose cap plug. Connect the negative battery cable or install spark plug wires. Start the engine. To open the mulch gate, push the lower handle forward. To close the mulch gate, pull the lower handle backward. Make sure you do not push the lower handle too far forward, or it will go into float position and the mulch gate will not open all the way. Now, make sure that the deflector gauge is free to rotate open and closed. To purchase parts and attachments, visit your local John Deere dealer. Thank you for choosing John Deere.